Hello YouTube, I hope you're all well, and I say that to everybody who watches and everybody else as well. Right then, first things first, it's Thursday, no sorry, what can we watch here? Friday morning. I was intending to film a video of pickups that I'd done on Wednesday and the previous Sunday, which wasn't a lot, so I left it till Wednesday, yesterday, but I just never got around to it because I've still got a big pile over there that needs listing and shifting. So I'm starting. I'll do one later today, and that'll be a separate video because I've got a couple of little things here to do. And I'm going to put this out as a short video. Right. Without further ado, I sold 3 things yesterday. That's brilliant. Just hold on a second. And we're back in the room. Sorry about that. What it was the box of what I was going to show you fell off, which, yeah, not the best. I'm doing this handheld back to front, by the way. It's not what I like to do. I like it on a tripod, but this is a short video, so I'm not going to concern myself. Right, yeah, I did 2 sales yesterday, and then one very first thing this morning. First one, Pentax SBO 738G in exceptionally nice condition, as you can see. You see that little mark there? That's the only mark on it, and it's not dirt. It's sort of thin paint. Yeah, really nice condition, this one. And the reason is it came with its soft case and its box. There you go, backwards as you can see. And the box had a manual in for £1. And actually I bought another camera for £1 off him as well, the same guy. Last Sunday that was. But yeah, this would have been in Sunday's pickups. So I would have been putting it in today's video, but it's going out first thing this morning. That cost £1, sold for £36.95. Now you might say that's an intense, a lot of margin, and it is. I would have happily paid £5 for it, no problem at all. The guy asked for £1, so I give him £1. That extra £4 is a nice little extra. I've seen these selling for up to £10, just like this, at a car boot. I'm not sure I would have paid a £10 for it, because you can get it home and it looks perfect, but it doesn't necessarily work. Or, you know, when you start film testing it, maybe one of the cogs doesn't work, or the flash doesn't work. Things can go wrong, so it's just not worth investing too much money for them. That's what I'm saying. But if you pick up plenty, and they're only £1 or £2 each, it really makes no difference, because the ones that don't work, the ones that work pay for well over, you know? Right, second, Bop It Extreme 2. The yellow paint there in the middle is a bit smudged, but it's not a problem. It sold for £17.95, which is an exceptionally good price for this time of year. Towards the winter, towards Q4, £25, no problem at all. But 18 quid this time of year, excellent. And that's been on about a fortnight, as has this last piece today. That's today's date, backwards of course, Friday the 15th of July. Onyx desk tidy and pen holder. It's got a slot for a pen or a pencil there, and it's got plastic on the back to cover the holes that I have to drill to mount these mountings on. It's only gilt, you know, no real gold involved, and got £21.95 for that. and it cost me £3, I think. Might have been £3.50. I'm not sure. One of the reasons I wanted to put this video out today, short and sweet and to the point, is, let me just put that manual back in the box, to talk about postages. All of those prices I've quoted you, postage on top. And there's a reason for that. Because I wanted postage on top. No, what I meant was, I charge £3.95. £3.95 at the moment. And my postage will only be £2.85 on each of those items. I wanted to point this out because I see lots of new sellers, and some that should know better, charging what they pay out to the post office. £2.85 or £2.95 for a Hermes delivery. And they're just charging too little for the postage. If you're going to charge postage, what you charge needs to cover your costs. Otherwise, you're just giving free postage out. You might as well mark it up into the free postage section. And I think people who put free postage on goods are deceiving the customers and themselves, really. I know eBay loves it. eBay loves it because then you don't think too much about the costs. It's all forgotten about. That's why free postage was invented, of course, so you could forget about it. When you look at the costs involved, £2.85, charging £2.85 is not going to cover it. There's £2.85 postage. There's maybe 25p for a box. That brings it to £3.10. So maybe some bubble wrap, £3.20. We're not going to concern ourselves with tapes and labels. If it's winter, you might put it in a plastic bag. There's another 10p, 15p. So you could be looking at £3.30, £3.40 even, in materials and delivery. And then there's commission. eBay charges you commission on the postage. eBay charges you promotion if you promote your goods on the postage. And eBay charges you VAT on both of those charges. Then there's the hidden costs. The hidden cost of running your shop. If you've got so many sales a month, you've got to divide what you pay for your shop among your sales. So, for instance, I don't know, you sell 300 items in a month and you pay £25 plus VAT from a small shop. That's 10 pence an item. You may well sell less than that or pay for a higher shop. So do the maths for your own shop. And then, of course, what you've got to remember is really need to be building a buffer into the costs so that you've got return fees and even lost items covered. I've done it all my career in eBay. If you go back and look at my feedback, you'll see I've done 71,000 on this ID, and then I had an ID for about 4 years before that, maybe 5 years. And all throughout that time, for each individual package I sent out, I charged 30, 40, 50 pence, whatever the rate was at the time, for on top of all costs. I mean, when I started, eBay didn't charge commission on postage. Then they put it onto the postage. And they didn't charge VAT, and then they put VAT on. Now they've put promotion on, and now the promotion's on the postage. It didn't used to be, and now there's VAT on the promotion as well. So you're paying whatever the rate is on the goods you're selling, plus whatever promotion you're doing, plus VAT on top of that. It could be 15% of the cost on top. Now, if your delivery price with materials is £3.50, you might be paying, what's that, another 50p, roughly, on top. So that brings it to £4. And for this reason, £3.95 is very reasonable. Now, you might say, I'm going to use second-hand materials, so really it doesn't come with that cost. You might come to the point where you don't have the time to go sourcing second-hand materials, or if you're in doing selling in bulk, or you might see that a good quality box protects the goods. For instance, for a £40 camera plus delivery, it's £40. That's £40 worth of sale. You don't want it to turn up in a cereal box, and the customers don't. I mean, I'm not knocking somebody using second-hand materials. I use them all the time myself. What I'm saying is it needs to be strong to protect the goods. And if you can find a box with nice square corners and it's a full-size box, no problem. But if you can't, you might have to buy one. All those prices should be in there just in case, including a buffer for just in case returns. And this is why I'll be putting my prices up for deliveries shortly. And if people aren't willing to pay it, they aren't willing to pay it. And either the price of the goods has to go down or they have to get realistic about it and buy it anyway. What you're quoting is the total price is what the person pays, and that's what they should look at. If my postage is $4.20, then they're going to have to look into that, or $4.25, whatever I decide on. I'll be putting mine up shortly. And anybody who's paying, who's quoting $2.85 and $2.99 postages on parcel goods, anything over an inch and a half thick, is just deceiving themselves. So, anyway, on that light-hearted note, hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video and you got some interesting comments about it, you're welcome to put them downstairs just below the video, and I will read them and respond. If you think I'm an idiot for saying these things, just I'm fine with that. You can put that as well if you like. Just look at my feedbacks. Most people are happy with the wrapping materials and the costs, as you'll see in my feedbacks. If you wanted to look at it, I'll put a link down below to my feedback page on eBay, and I'll also put a link to my Instagram. Might be my Linktree link. I've got a Linktree now. Put the like button on, or share it with your friends. Share it with other people who charge too little on the postage. You've had this debate with before. A new voice often convinces. Community interaction, that's the word. So, like it and interact. Bye-bye.